Today I'm here to introduce you all to a very important enactment of law concerning children who are victims of crime. Indian Penal Code was found to be grossly inadequate in redressing and encountering the heinous crimes against the children. A need as such was felt to bring in a comprehensive and a special enactment for the protection of the children. Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act as such, in short, POCSO, was enacted and came into force with effect from 14th of November 2012. The aim and the purpose of the said act is twofold. Firstly, the act provides protection and shield to the children from any kind of physical, mental, psychological or emotional abuse and neglect. And secondly, the act provides child-friendly mechanism at all stages of be it investigation or the court while dealing with such cases under the present act. The act does not distinguish between the girl child or the boy child. Any child, irrespective of its gender, who is under the age of 18 is entitled for protection under the act. There are multiple forms and acts of sexual abuse which have been defined under the act, such as sexual harassment, sexual assault, penetrative, non-penetrative, and pornography. And the stringent punishments are provided against these offences depending upon the gravity of the offence. At times, these offences have been treated as aggravated offences in cases where the victim child is less than 12 years or the victim child is handicapped or physically or mentally challenged, or in cases where the person who has committed the crime upon the child is in a position of trust and authority vis-a-vis the child. And a stringent punishment is provided for the aggravated offences, which can range from 20 years up till life. Throughout the life, one can be imprisoned. Non-reporting of the crime has been made punishable under this act. Any person who is aware or who has a knowledge that a crime is being committed upon the child but opts not to report it to the concerned authorities or to the police, such person is liable to be prosecuted, and the prosecution and the punishment can be up to 3 years upon trial against such person. There is no time limit or any age bar for the child victim to report the case. The child victim at any stage of his life can file a complaint or report about the abuse which may have occurred several years back. This act also makes a provision for child-friendly atmosphere at all stages, at the stages of investigation, also in the courts. Special courts have been established under the act for the trial of the offences under this act. The evidence is recorded in camera. Any person with whom the child is comfortable with is been permitted to be present at the time of examination, at the time of recording of the evidence of the child. And more so, this act prohibits the disclosure of the identity of the child victim. Anyone who is revealing or disclosing the identity of the child victim is liable to face prosecution, which attracts a punishment in the form of imprisonment, which may range from 6 months to 1 year. It's almost more than a decade now since this act has come into force, and the act has met with tremendous success and continues to come to the rescue of the children who are in need of justice. Many cases are being now reported. Many cases of the nature which were never been heard of are being reported. where the offenders are none other less than the own family members, be it a cousin, be it an uncle, a relative, and even at times the father, where the daughters are being abused by the fathers. And in such cases, convictions are taking place. The offenders are being awarded life sentences. The courts shows no leniency to such an offences. As we say, nothing comes perfect. This law also has a certain drawback. The act does not in fact takes into consideration the consented sexual intimacy between two teenagers or between a teenager and adult. Establishing a physical relationship with a child less than 18 years, even if consent, is being considered as illegal under the act. Many youngsters, teenagers, they fall in love, they run away from home, the parents lodge FIRs, the investigators, during the investigation, upon being brought into the knowledge that the child is minor, they invoke the stringent provisions under this act, resulting when the children are being traced, the boys have to be sent to the jail. It becomes difficult for the boys to get the bails in such cases. So till the time the amendment is been till the time the act is been amended, the courts are the only recourse in such like cases, and at times, depending upon case to case, subject to the satisfaction of the courts that there is no sexual exploitation involved in the case, the courts are granting bail and even quashing the FIRs in such like case. Thank you.